Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been following this pregnancy series, but this is my 40-week update, which to be honest I actually was expecting to get to. I wasn't expecting the baby to come early. So I've got one baby already, Jet, who is 22 months, so he'll be 2 at the beginning of May, and he came couple of days after his due date, so I kind of knew I'd make it to 40 weeks. But yeah, so this is my 40-week update, and I am 40 weeks today. Today is my due date, which is so weird. It's so bizarre because you count down the whole time, you know the weeks and days and whatever that you have left to go, and then suddenly today hits and the countdown just ends, and then you're just waiting. It's so weird. I feel like I'm like living in this weird kind of hazy bubble of this like strange limbo where you don't really know whether to make plans or what to do, whether to be out and about or stay at home and relax. And yeah, anyway, it's weird feeling. I think as well with Jet, I had a friend's wedding on the due date, and so I always knew I wanted to make it to the wedding. And then the next day when we then got home, the labour then started, so I never really had this kind of weird limbo where we're ready but nothing's happening yet. Oh, it's weird. Anyway, so 40-week update. What's been going on? So we finally are organised, which is good because we're due today. So it's Monday today, 40 weeks today, and last week, Monday to Thursday. So basically for most of my 39th week. Henry, my husband, was working up in London and we live in Brighton. So I decided to go with him, stay with my parents in London, which is where he'd be staying. And then I knew I was near people, I could have help with Jet. If anything did happen, then I was near Henry. So we went up for that week. So I kind of knew I didn't want anything to happen before we were back from London. That was kind of Henry's last main work thing in the diary, and I think both of us just couldn't really see beyond London, and I think it just felt like we just had to get through that and then we could focus on the baby. And so then it wasn't really till Friday and then this weekend that we actually prepared which we're lucky the baby didn't come, because if it had, we would have been doing a lot of Amazon priming, but that's kind of what we're like anyway. We're very disorganized. But anyway, so this weekend was really fun. We got the baby's crib, we've gone for a snooze pod, we picked up a birthing ball for me to start sitting on because nothing is comfy anymore. And what else did we buy? We bought the buggy. We went for a Bugaboo B, and we're gonna have the bassinet, and then Jet's gonna kind of buggy board or walk or be carried by Henry. Because I find at the moment with just Jet, we actually very rarely take the buggy out with us. So we're gonna try just going for a single for now, and then maybe go for a double if we find that it's just not working. Because also I will wear the baby a lot in a sling. So I think also we can have Jet in the B and then the baby in the sling. But yeah, we'll work around those. So bought that and the crib, and then we've just basically spent the whole weekend majorly nesting. So we've done loads of sorting, so many cupboards that I wanted to sort through, just loads of clearing, loads of charity shop runs with all our crap that we don't need. I just feel now like the house is just really calm and organised and clear and clutter-free. It's powerful, isn't it? Like, I think your house being clear clears your mind, and I now just feel like I could have a baby because the house is ready. I also got myself ready. So I got my highlights done, I got my nails done, went for a nice light pinky colour. And again, I was saying on Instagram, the moment I walked out of the salon with my fresh nails, I was like, right, I could have a baby now. I just feel, I find for me, it's those little things that actually make such a difference. I think for me, obviously you physically prepare for labour, but there's not much you can do physically to prepare for labour. But I find the mental preparation is so powerful. I'm a massive hypnobirthing fan, which you'll know if you've watched any of my other pregnancy videos or videos about my birth with Jet, and just anything pregnancy related, I bang on about hypnobirthing. But one of the big hypnobirthing things is obviously the preparation for birth, and that birth is like a marathon and that you train for a marathon. So you do a lot of the breathing exercises and visualizations, but then also for me, I find it's kind of about acknowledging what helps me feel the most positive, the most ready, the most myself. And those things for me are a lot of the kind of pamper style things. I think labour is going to be ridiculously hard work, and so I think for me, even though it's such a small thing, to know that I've got shaved legs, fresh highlights, a manicure, for me it just has a really positive effect mentally on my preparation. So I've been doing that, which has been a great excuse to just be in the nail salon getting pedicures and manicures and lovely pampering things. I think as well, you just know that you're not gonna then get there for quite a while post baby. And then we're thinking about a home birth. I want to prep for a home birth, but obviously I'm open to either. If we go into hospital, then we go into hospital, that's fine. I had a hospital birth with Jet and I was really happy there. They were lovely and I felt really well looked after. We were in a lovely birthing pool room and it was a great experience. I just hated the journey in to hospital, and so if I could just stay at home and not leave that little sanctuary, then I love that idea. So we're kind of prepping for a home birth. So I had ordered a birthing pool. They suggest you order it at about 35, 36 weeks. I ordered it at 39 weeks because I'm very disorganized. Then we had all this crazy snow and all their deliveries got massively backlogged. So loads of people weren't able to return their birthing pools, so they didn't have enough stock. And then ones they were sending out were just getting stuck in like DPD depots somewhere or other. So I like totally panicked. And then a lovely friend of mine suggested just looking online for people selling them rather than renting them. And I found one on Gumtree in Brighton. It felt like such a miracle. And it came with all the extras, the hose, the tap fittings, the tarpaulin that you put on your floor, everything. So we picked that up at the weekend as well and blew it all up in our living room to kind of test it. And it's just made it feel really real and really doable. It's made a home birth feel just really simple. I think I was thinking that a home birth was my preference, but it was a bit of like a kind of crazy option. Whereas now we've tested out the pool and I've seen it, I can visualize it in our living room. It just feels really easy. I don't know, but yes, that's been really nice to know that that's kind of all ready and set. And then got other things that we might need for home birth. So like the covering for the floor and some like big sheet tenor pad type things for our bed for afterwards. If we end up having a home birth, I'll do a video all about everything we used and how it went and all that. Oh yeah, and then also for the home birth, we had a home birth visit. So we had 2 midwives come over and just chat us through what happens, scenarios where you might need to go into hospital, just how you play it. So you phone triage as normal, like you would when you go into labour, and then you just let them know that you're having a home birth and they put you through to the community midwives, so the midwives that come out to you, and they just will come whenever you want. We'll leave again if it's a bit too much, or go to a different part of your house if you just want total privacy. And it just sounds amazing. It just sounds like they really work around you. And I love the idea that I'm on my territory. I'm in my home and they're coming into my home rather than me going to the hospital. It's just really nice. They made it just feel really easy and attainable, and we just chatted through just all the little bits and bobs that we might need. Some slightly annoying things like we need to make sure we've got parking permits for them and snacks for them and things like that, that obviously you don't need to think about if you're going into hospital. Although having said that, when you go into hospital, there's a lot of faff with where to park and do you get a taxi, do you take a car seat, all those kind of things. So I think either option has the like faffy sides as well. My back's been absolutely killing. I feel like I've been a really boring mum with Jet quite a few days. We've just stayed at home the whole day, watched a lot of TV, read a lot of books. I've just been sat on the sofa a lot with a hot water bottle on my back. I think it's just basically given up. I think my back knows that pregnancy is almost over and it's just like, I'm out, I'm done. So that's been a bit annoying and quite, yeah, just really sore. I've just been having a lot of baths. A lot more Braxton Hicks again, a lot of that like sudden real tightening and then releasing. My heart palpitations have kind of chilled out a bit actually. I went to the doctors and picked up my iron prescription about 3 weeks late. I started taking Spartone, but I didn't realise actually the amount of Spartone you need to take to be equivalent to one of their tablets is a lot of Spartone. So I don't think I was taking anywhere near enough to really make a difference to my iron levels. I haven't been tested again. I feel like my iron levels must be better because I still get the kind of weird heart and like fainting feelings, but nowhere near as often as I was before. I'm trying to be really strict on myself with naps, especially just since this last weekend's gone, since the due date has kind of been looming and then now is here. You feel so much more aware that every day could be the day, or that night could be the night where you have no sleep and you labour all through the night. So every day I'm being very strict. I'm not really a natural napper. I don't love them. But, well actually no, do you know what, it's been really nice because Henry's been around since the weekend, and I think what I don't like about naps is when you have a nap and then you're woken from it by your child waking up from their nap, and you're just like thrown into your afternoon and it's all a bit overwhelming. Whereas this weekend has been so nice because Henry's been here. I can have a nap and then wake up slowly and take it quite chilled, and then Jet wakes up and Henry gets him and we just sit and play for a bit, and it's just been so much more relaxed. It's been lovely. And yeah, I'm just feeling really chilled actually. Obviously today is due date and I'd love to meet them. We don't know the gender, we don't know if they're boy or girl. So we're still kind of throwing about different name options and wondering if they're a boy or a girl. Is Jet gonna have a brother or a sister? Are we gonna have 2 boys or a boy and a girl? So I am obviously desperate to meet them, but I also just feel really relaxed and really kind of every day that they don't come is another day that we can just enjoy Jet on his own. We can relax and have long naps and just prepare and just enjoy life as a family of 3. Or like yesterday, our shower head broke, so then today we're able to go to home base and sort our shower out. And like I wouldn't have wanted to go into labour last night with a broken shower head. That would have been really annoying. Things like that, you know, every day that passes we can be doing things and relaxing and enjoying time as a family before our family changes. But obviously I'm also really excited to meet them. But I think that's everything. 40 weeks, ready to go. Maybe home birth, maybe hospital birth, we'll see. We're doing a bump update. So this is my 40-week, oh, I spilt water down myself. That's my 40-week bump. Ready to pop. Bring it back. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my pregnancy updates. This is the last one. Next will be a birth story once I've given birth. Oh, it's so weird, it's so surreal that you're just waiting for this like life-changing moment to just come, and in that time while you're waiting you're just going to home base to fix your shower head. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely week and I'll see you when I'm a mum of 2. Oh. Lots of love. Peace out.